Hello Internet, my name's Ben, and I'm going to do a deck tech on my Gonti, Lord of Luxury, mono black deck. But first I'd like to show everyone something really shiny. Actually, these two Masterpiece extra planar lenses that I have here. Now, there's a video that I have of me opening a pre-release pack and pulling. I don't think I pulled it from the pre-release. I got it from one of the Planeswalker decks. So I pulled one of those, and the second one that you see here, I actually pulled while doing pre-release the next day. I was opening up my packs. First pack, there's a Masterpiece extra planar lens. Oh, I also pulled a Saheeli Ra as well, but yeah, didn't really do that great overall and sealed, but oh well. I guess it's that's just proof that even if you pull a Masterpiece, you're not always guaranteed the win. Like at first I built like it was red blue, and it was really inconsistent and terrible. Like for whatever reason I kept getting mana screwed and did absolutely nothing the first round altogether. Like the first game I had 2 land by turn 6, and it was horribly depressing, and yeah, I basically scrubbed out the rest. I played mono. I took the blue out and played mono red, but the thing is that I had 0 removal in red, so I was kind of like, yeah, screwed, I guess. I just had an absolute. Well, my pull wasn't terrible. Like it had value in everything. It's just it didn't have value of what I needed, so it wasn't playable. But anyway, that's a little aside. Let's actually get into the meat of my deck. Let's see, put this back in here. Side note too is I actually added both of them to my deck. So I have one in my mono blue deck, and now I have one in my mono black deck. Now, some of you might be out there saying, well, why don't you just play snow-covered swamps? Yeah, I could, but I'm lazy, and I really don't care. I'm just building a stupid deck. Let's see, the mono black deck runs, I think, 26 swamps. They're all basics. And then I have a Bojuka Bog, Westvale Abbey, Reliquary Tower, Ghost Quarter, Temple of the False God, Blighted Fen for those people who play, what's her name? Narset. Ouroborg, of course. And that's it. Not a very exciting land base, but I mean, it does the job. So, Ouroborg, promo Blighted Fen, Temple of False God, Ghost Quarter, Reliquary Tower, good old Bojuka Bog, and Westvale Abbey. So I'm running a total of 33 lands in this deck. Let's see, next we move on to the artifacts. One of them we've already seen, the extra planar lens. Sword of the Animist, colorless mana ramp, always good. Whip of Erebos, give everything lifelink. Bring stuff back from your graveyard. Dictate of Erebos is 3 double black, and it has flash for an enchantment that says whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. It's good when you combo it off with Butcher of Malakir. Hedron Archive is an artifact for 4. You can tap it for 2 colorless, or you can pay 2, sacrifice it, draw 2 cards. It's pretty good. Phyrexian Reclamation is an enchantment for 1 black, and you can pay 1 in the black, pay 2 life, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Real good. Wayfarer's Bauble, again, more colorless ramp. Ashnod's Altar, sack stuff, make mana. Cage Sun, name black, win. Expedition map. Put it out turn 1, turn 2, go grab a land. Phyrexian Arena. Drawing extra cards is nice. Tormod's Crypt. And this one's special, it's From the Dark. Exile someone's graveyard. Eldrazi Monument, it's 5. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have flying indestructible. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Really good. Altar of Dementia, for when I have Machias the Unhollowed out. Lightning Greaves, it's 2 for an equipment, and it gives Shroud and Haste, and it costs 0 to equip. Really good. And, of course, Soul Ring. On to my creatures. I have Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. He's a 10/10 for 11, and when you cast him, destroy target permanent. He's indestructible, and he has Annihilator 4. It's pretty good. Oh, and if he dies, shuffle him back into your library. So, I guess I'm kind of mill-proof. I mean, if they're playing Una, I'm kind of fucked because they exile stuff, but any other kind of milling technique I'm kind of immune to. Let's see, a Russian Noxious Gearhulk. When it enters battlefield, destroy target creature. Magus of the Will. It's Yawgmoth's Will on a stick. Not as good, but I like it. It's there. Endrixar, Master Breeder. He's a 2/2 for a human wizard that says, whenever you cast a creature spell, put X/1/1 black throw all creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. When you control 7 or more thralls, sacrifice Endrixar, Master Breeder. Really good. Especially with Machias out. Cryptghast, 3 and a black for a 2/2 spirit that says Extort, and whenever you tap a swamp for mana, add black to your mana pool. So, yeah. At some point I could probably generate quadruple black. Newscraft Mob is 4 and double black for a zombie. It comes up with 5/1/1 counters on it. Whenever a player casts a spell, remove a 1/1 counter from it, and put a 2/2 zombie onto the battlefield. Makes tokens really good. Walking Ballista is a 0/0 for double X, and it comes out with X/1/1 counters on it. You can pay 4 to put a 1/1 counter on it, and you can remove 1/1 counters from it to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. So it's a better Triskelion. Like, I don't like Triskelion, but he's here, so I don't know. I guess it's a combo with Machias as well, I guess. Let's see here. Erebos, God of the Dead, 3 and a black for a 5/7 god that's indestructible. He's not a creature unless my devotion to 5 is 5 or greater, and your opponents can't gain life, and I can pay 1 and a black and pay 2 life to draw a card. Really good, especially when you're playing against Karlov decks. Sanguinomancer, 2 and a black, double black for a 3/3 vampire shaman that says that whenever a creature an opponent control dies, I may gain 3 life, and whenever they discard a card, I may gain 3 life. It's really good. Solemn Simulacrum is 4 for a 2/2 golem that says that when he enters battlefield, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, shuffle your library, and when he dies, draw a card. Really good. Vengeful Pharaoh is a 5/4 zombie for 2 and triple black. It has Death Touch. Whenever combat damage is dealt to you or a planeswalker I control, if he's in my graveyard, destroy that creature, then put him back on top of my library. Really good. Mind Rack Demon is 2 and double black for a 4/5 demon with flying and trample. When he enters battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard, and Delirium if you don't have it. He deals 4 damage to you at the beginning of your upkeep. Still pretty good. Let's see, Demon of Death's Gate is 6 and triple black for a 9/9 demon with flying and trample, and it says that you may pay 6 life and sacrifice 3 black creatures rather than pay his mana cost. So, yeah, that's what Endrixar and the Newscraft mobs are really for. Make tokens, then throw him out. Next we have Vampire Nighthawk is a 1 in double black for a Vampire Shaman that's a 2/3 with flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. What's not to like? Scorching Leeches is 2 in double black for a Star, and his power and toughness is equal to the number of swamps that you control. Good thing I have Urborg. Soul of New Phyrexia is 6 for a 6/6 avatar that has trample, and he says pay 5, permanent you control gain indestructible until the end of turn, or pay 5, exile him from your graveyard, and permanent you control gain indestructible until the end of the turn. So he's good on the field or in my graveyard. Most of the time I'm throwing him in my graveyard. Kozlik, the Great Distortion, 8 and double waste for a 12/12 legendary Eldrazi that says that when you cast him, you may draw 7 cards equal to the difference. So if I have 3 cards in my hand and I cast him, and then I have 2, I draw 5 cards. And he has Menace, and I can discard a card with converted mana cost X to counter a target spell. So he's fun. Throw him out, just start countering stuff left and right in mono black. Feels good. Simlar's Silmagar's Assassin is 1 and a black for a 2/1 human assassin that has Megamorph, and when you flip him up, destroy a target creature with power 3 or less. Really good for getting rid of annoying stuff. Lord of the Void is 4 and triple black for a 7/7 demon that has flying, and that whenever he deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 7 cards of that player's library and put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield under my control. Really good. Void Winnower is 9 for an 11/9 Eldrazi that says opponents can't cast spells with even converted mana costs, and your opponents can't block with creatures with even converted mana costs. Yeah, he does stuff. And here's Machias the Unhallowed, a 5/5 zombie cleric with for 3 and triple black. He has Intimidate. Whenever a human deals damage to you, destroy it. Other non-human creatures you control get +1/+1, and have Undying. He's really good. Fate Unraveler is 3 and a black for a 3/4 hag that says that whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. Butcher of Malakir, 5 and double black for a 5/4 vampire warrior that says whenever it has flying, and whenever Butcher of Malakir or another creature I control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Carrion Feeder is a 1/1 zombie for 1 black, and he can't block, and it says sacrifice a creature, put a 1/1 counter on him. He gets big and out of control. Next we have Pestilence Demon is 5 triple black for a 7/6 demon with flying, and you can pay 1 black. He deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. I had one game where he was on the field, someone killed him. I brought him back with Fated Return, made him indestructible, while I had Crypt Ghast and a Cage Sun out. Yeah, I just tapped all my mana and killed everybody at once. It was great. Oh, and I had Whip of Erebos too, so that's how I managed to not kill myself. It was great. Grey Merchant of Asphodel is 3 and double black for 2/4 zombie that says that when he enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life and I gain X life equal to my devotion. Really good. Blood Artist is a 0/1 for 1 and a black. It's a vampire. Whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. What's not to like? Filigree Familiar is 3 for a 2/2 fox that says that when he enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life, and when he dies, draw a card. Next we have Kothafet Soul Hoarder, 4 and double black for a 6/6 flying demon that has that says that whenever a permanent owned by another player is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Just hope nobody has an infinite graveyard loop, because they will kill you, and it's happened. It's happened to me. That's why I stopped playing him as my commander. Let's see. Demon of Dark Schemes is a 5/5 demon with flying. That says that when he enters battlefield, all other creatures get -2/-2 until the end of the turn. Whenever another creature dies, I get an energy, and I can pay 2 and a black, and pay 4 energy, put a target creature from the graveyard onto the battlefield under my control. Is it tapped? Tapped, yes, it's tapped. Alright, now let's move on to sorceries and instances. I have Promise of Power is 2 and triple black. For a sorcery, you can choose one, draw 5 cards, lose 5 life, or put a black demon creature token with flying into play with power and toughness equal to the number of cards in your hand as a token as it comes in. Or you can pay in Twine for 4 and do both. Feels really good when that resolves. Ashes to Ashes is 1 double black for a sorcery that says that you may exile 2 non-artifact creature tokens from the game, and it deals 5 damage to you. Really good removal. Sudden Spoiling, 1 triple or double black, split second. Creatures that target player controls become 0/2 and lose all abilities until the end of the turn. Let's see. Damnable Pact is X and double black for a sorcery that says target player draws X cards and loses X life. That can be dangerous. Beseech the Queen is, let's see, 2 colorless or 1 black hybrid times 3 for a sorcery that says search your library for a card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. It's really good. Exhume is 1 and a black for a sorcery. Each player chooses a creature card in his or her graveyard and puts that card into play. It's pretty powerful. Next we have Damnation. It's 2 and double black for a sorcery that says destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. It's a black Wrath of God. Silence the Believers is 2 and double black for an instant that has Strive, and it says you can pay 2 and a black more for each target beyond that, and it says exile any number of target creatures and all orders attached to them. It's really good. Next we have Ever After. It's a sorcery for 4 and double black. Return up to 2 target creature cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. Each of those creatures is black, so in addition to its other colors and types, put Ever After on the bottom of your library. Really good. Beacon of Unrest is 3 and a black and double black for a sorcery. It says put target artifact or creature card from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. Shuffle it into my library. I like it. Next we have Vampiric Tutor. It's 1 black for an instant. Search your library for a card. Shuffle your library. Put that card on top of it. You lose 2 life. It's one of the first cards I pulled from EMA. It's actually the second pack that I opened. Let's see. Victimize is 2 and a black for a sorcery. Choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. Sacrifice a creature. If you do, return those cards to the battlefield tapped. Pretty good. Buried Alive is 2 and black for a sorcery. Search your library for up to 3 creature cards and put them in your graveyard. Then shuffle your library. I love this card so much. Tragic Slip is 1 black for a instant. Target creature gets -1/-1 until the end of the turn. Or Morbid, it gets -13/-13. Gets run indestructible. Let's see. Murder. 1 double black. Destroy target creature. It's an instant. It's pretty good. Dark Petition is 3 and double black for a sorcery that says search your library for a card, put it in your hand, and shuffle your library. If you have Spell Mastery, add triple black to your mana pool. I've had a few times where I'm doing that, and I just use it to go search up Ashes to Ashes. Works out really good. Next we have Crux of Fate. It's 3 and double black for a sorcery that says choose 1, destroy all dragon creatures, or destroy all non-dragon creatures. It's really good. And let's see, my last source instant is Fated Return. It's 4 and triple black, and it says put target creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It gains indestructible. If it's your turn, scry to Love this card. It's won me so many games. And finally, we've got Ob Nicholas Reignited. He's 3 and double black for a Planeswalker with 5 loyalty. His +1 is you draw a card and you lose 1 life. His -3 is destroy target creature, and his -8 is target player gains an emblem with whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. Yeah. No! Alright, that's the only Planeswalker that I have in this deck. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I would like to thank some of the people. I've actually had 2 people recently subscribe to my channel, so, you know, I didn't actually think anybody would bother to do that, so thank you to those 2 people. I'm sure they know who they are. But like I said, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna keep making content. Thanks again.